I've been using the Apple Studio display for over a year now. I would say I've pushed this monitor pretty hard, basically using it every day. The Apple Studio display is one of the most color accurate displays and also peaks at 600 nits of brightness with the resolution of 5120 by 2880, making this a full 5K display. So after 1 year, what do I personally think? Should you consider buying this display in 2023? Firstly, the Apple Studio display is not universally adoptable. You will need a Mac in order to properly use this display, as it relies on macOS to control its settings. It has no onboard buttons. There are 3 USB-C ports and 1 Thunderbolt port, which you use to connect to the monitor. However, that's the entirety of connectivity for this monitor. Assuming you're completely new to the Apple Studio display, there are 3 permanent options for mounting, which you have to pick at purchase: the tilt stand, height tilt stand, or the VESA. Which one you pick is important, as this will be your monitor stand forever. The VESA mount is probably the best option, but I have the basic tilt stand. Now the tilt stand is fine, but it'd be really nice if the height stand was free. However, the tilt stand is fair enough. For $1,600, you would expect more. So far, the tilt stand has held up fairly well. What's interesting is the Apple Studio display has the capability for auto tilt, so not having a large stand is a huge miss. The Apple Studio display has a sleek minimalistic design. It is made out of aluminum and glass, and it feels well built. The monitor is also very thin and has a small footprint. When you connect the monitor to your Mac, it will automatically be recognized and configured. You can also use the macOS to control your monitor settings such as brightness and contrast. The Apple Studio display has a built-in 6-speaker surround sound system. The sound quality is very good and it's loud enough to fill a small room. The monitor also has a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera with center stage, which is great for video calls. Mac users have this problem with other displays. When trying to wake up your machine, there's a lag or no output at all sometimes. With the Studio display, you can forget those days. The Apple Studio display has perfect Mac integration and almost perfect color calibration. Apple has long made unmatched displays, and this one is no exception. The 5K sharpness makes it hard to compare. Even other 5K displays are tough because this one has out-of-box color calibration. The main issue I've had with this display is connectivity. Pretty annoying constantly changing the display connectors. 1 Thunderbolt port for connecting doesn't feel like enough. Not only have I been using this display with my MacBook, but I've also been using it for my Windows PC as well. I do this by connecting this cable from Cable Matters, but sadly I'm not able to use the speakers or the webcam with the Windows machine. Still, this monitor on Windows is unmatched as well. 5K, while not super better than 4K, it is still sharper, and notably text on this monitor is insane. To see pixels on the screen, you need to look at the monitor close up. The display has a PPI of 218, and that makes everything look crisp. There are little displays with a similar PPI count. If you want to use this display as a daily, there are some things that you want to consider. There's limited I/O, a non-removable power cord, 1 stand option, which will be permanent, limited Windows support, and no buttons. But overall, what do I think of the Apple Studio display? If you need a super color accurate display and you have a MacBook with at least $1,600 to spare, then yes, this display works phenomenally well with Mac. But if you don't want to spend $1,600, you can find cheaper 5K monitors. If you have a Windows machine as well, then you may want to get a cheaper 5K monitor that will have more I/O along with buttons. Now, if you do get the Apple Studio display, you may want to get Apple Care, as repairing this yourself will likely be impossible. Next, you should also get the VESA mount option. However, the standard glass is probably best, as matte screens can lower the sharpness of your display. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this, then you can leave a like, and if you hated it, then you can leave a dislike and tell me what I did wrong. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.